Hello all and welcome to video classes by Konoor Institutes. Today we will be discussing the next part, which is elasticity of demand. So in our previous class we were discussing the market demand, right? So wherein we have considered the behavior of two consumers, and we understand that how the consumer behavior is being calculated under the market demand. So in this class we will be studying the elasticity of demand. What is this elasticity of demand? So here we are understanding the change between the quantity demanded by the consumer and the quantity or the change in the price. So the elasticity of demand is studied on the change. Change is the percentage change wherein the price increase or decrease, right? So according to the change in the price, what is the change in the quantity that is happening? So on that basis we verify or we define there are inelastic demand or elastic demand. We have other kind of demand which is unitary demand, right? So on the basis of the characteristics of the price change in the price demand or change in the quantity demanded by the consumer. So this is the formula wherein we understand with the elasticity of demand. So ED refers to the elasticity of demand, and the formula is percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in the price. So how we are going to calculate the percentage change in demand? Before we solving an example, we'll understand what is inelasticity demand and elasticity of demand. So you can see here that this is the point, okay? This is the price point and this is the quantity demanded for each price, right? So if you have drawn a line here, this is the inelasticity demand curve, and if you join these 2 points, then it is the elasticity of demand curve. So by these two figures you can make a differences, right? See, when the price was 10 rupees, the quantity demanded was 88 rupees. Okay? Sorry, 88 quantities. When the price has increased from 10 to 14, then the quantity demanded will be less, right? So that's the reason we can see there is very small amount of quantity being reduced or decreased. So from 88 it has come to 80. So here you can see that when there is a huge change in the price, the quantity demanded for that commodity has been reduced very slightly. Okay, so that's the reason here we say inelasticity demand, because the change in the price has not affected much on the demand. For example, the price of the salt or the price of the petrol. Okay, we need petrol in our daily life, right, to transport facilities and all, right? So that's the reason even there is a change in the price, that's not going to affect us, because that's what we need in our daily life, right? So that's the best example for inelasticity of demand. So if the price has been increased, do we have reduced the consumption of the petrol? No, right? It's our daily life. We go from here, we travel from our home to college, right? Can we reduce that, or can we say that we cannot come to college because the prices of the petrol have been increased and all? No, right? So that's the reason when the price of such goods increase, then the quantity demanded will be reduced for certain extent, but it will not be affected much on the quantity of that quantity demanded for those kind of products. So that's the reason we call it as inelasticity of demand. So inelasticity of demand will be all less than 1. Okay, so why? Because here we cannot see there is a much difference which is happening, right? So that's the reason the elasticity demand will be less than 1. But that's not the same case with the elasticity of demand. It's just the opposite of this. See, if there is an increase in the price, then there will be a huge difference in the quantity demanded for that product. So you can see that the demand curve has also become steep, but here it has become flat, right? But here it has become steep. So that's the reason. Here the elasticity demand will be more than 1. Why? Because the price has been increased and the percentage of the price which has been changed from 50 to 10 is very small if you compare to the quantity change from 100 to 50. You can see that there is a huge difference. If here it has been changed by 1, you can see here it has changed by 2. Means more than half of the price which has been changed. So here the change in the price have affected twice in the change in the quantity demanded for that product. For example, when the price of the commodities increase, then people always look for the alternatives. Okay, if we have so many instant soups which are available in the market, right? We have hens, we have MTRs. Okay, so when the price of MTR's instant soup have increased, so that's the reason we do not tend to buy those MTR instant soup powders. Okay, instead we switch to the other instant soup powders wherein we get the same level of satisfaction. That's the reason elasticity demand will be more than 1. And there is one more elasticity of demand, which is unitary demand. What is this unitary demand? Unitary demand is that demand wherein equal amount will be changed. Okay, see, you can see when the price have increased from 50 to 100, there is the equal amount which has been decreased from 100 to 50. So you can see here also there is a equal and here also there is a equal fall. Okay, so that's the reason we call it as unitary demand. Elasticity of demand, because equal amount has been increased in the price and the equal quantity has been decreased. That's the reason the unitary demand is always equal to 1. Okay, so that's all about the inelasticity demand, elasticity demand and the inelasticity demand. Now coming to the problem solving. They have given a problem in your textbook wherein, okay, let's understand the problem. Here we have example wherein you can see price of the mango and quantity of the mangoes. So this is the new price, this is the old price. Okay, sorry, here this is the old price and this is the new price. Okay, so when there was a 5 rupees or when there 5 rupees was quoted, then the quantity demanded was 15 mangoes. But when the price have been increased to rupees 7, the quantity demanded for the mangoes have decreased, right? So you can see there from 15 it has been reduced to 12. This happened only when there was a change in the price, right? The price has been increased from 5 to 7. So how we are going to calculate this, the change in the price and the change in the quantity? So Q1 and Q2. So this old price and the old quantity have been referred as P1 and Q2, and the new price and the new quantity have been referred as P2 and Q2. So when you are calculating the percentage change in the price, we are calculating it by P2 minus P1, because this is the new price quoted and this is the old price quoted, divided by P1 into 100. Okay, so what is the P2 new price? We have new price as 7 minus 5 divided by 5 into 100. Why we have taken this 100 is because here we are calculating the percentage change in the price, right? So when we are calculating the percentage change in the price, we have to multiply it with the 100. So you get 2 by 5 into 100. So this becomes 5 ones are 5 this becomes 40. Okay, so this is the 40% change in the price. So the similar we calculate it for the quantity. So now we have got percentage change in the price is 40. So now we'll calculate the same for the quantity. So Q2 minus Q1 divided by Q1 into 100. Again we are multiplying it with 100 is because here also we are calculating the percentage change in the quantity. So what is the new quantity? 12 minus 15, this is the old quantity, okay, divided by 15 into 100. Okay, this becomes minus 3 divided by 15 into 100. Here 1s are and 5s are, 5 1s are 20. So this becomes minus 20. Okay, so this is the minus 20 wherein we have got it for the percentage change in the quantity. Okay, now these answers whatever we have got, see this is the formula, right? Percentage change in the demand divided by percentage change in the price. We have already got here. So what is the percentage change in the demand? It is 20 divided by 40. So if you divide it 1s and 2s, so this is nothing but half is 0.5, right? So with this we can get to see that, or we can understand that there is a 0.5 percentage change that happened with the price and the quantity. So that's the elasticity demand of this mangoes. So when the price have been increased from 5 to 7, then the quantity demanded have been decreased by 0.5. So this is how we calculate the elasticity of demand with the given problem. So in every problem you will get to see there will be two prices quoted, and with that two prices there will be always their change in the quantity demanded for those individual prices. So this is all about the elasticity of demand. In the next class we will see more on the elasticity, constant elasticity demand curve and the linear elasticity demand curve. See you all in the next video.